people showing up. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Dun, 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 dun. Does sound good? Thank you, baby. All right. So now, let's see here. How's everybody doing? Can't see any of the comments yet, but I'm sure that'll come sooner or later. Getting notifications, of course. Of course we are. I see a hello and the one, but I don't see anything here. I don't know why my phone runs so slow, but that's okay. So, let's see here. Let's see if it will let me see them. There we go. Hello, Rosemary. I see you. And Donna and Vicky. How's everybody doing? Okay, you're getting me in all my glory. I treated my face this morning with this really awesome peptide mask that my company is now selling, and I'm like enjoying it. So you're not getting makeup or anything, but you're here for the food, right? So it doesn't even matter. So don't forget to like and share. Please share, even if you don't. Well, there's nothing I can do about that till I get on the food, but thank you. Lee's like, I can see the light in your glasses. I'm like, I know, but I can't see without that, right? So here we go. So you never know. It may be something that you don't like that somebody else may like. Help me get the word out. Make sure that you have liked my page, Onward with Molly, Cooking with Molly. There will be more updates. I'm tending to do a few more recipes during the week now, which is kind of cool. Just as I'm cooking stuff, I'm like, oh, well, let me share this. Tomorrow, I'm doing a bacon mozzarella stuffed meatloaf. Oh, amazing, just amazing. Anyways, we're going to do that. I have fixed that before, though, so I already know that's good. But today we're going to do the garlic butter steak bites. Now I want you to know both of these are new to me. And the oven roasted creamer potatoes. I have been watching and printed off these recipes a couple of times and keep saying I'm going to fix it, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to fix it. And I haven't been fixing it, right? I haven't been fixing it. So I like when I do stuff new that it's not something I'm familiar with. Because what I'm getting a lot of right now is, well, Molly, you fixed this 100 times. This is a recipe you already know is good. Well, here we are again. I have not fixed this. So we're going to figure out together just exactly what we're going to do. And I'm going to be working on both these recipes together because neither one of them take a lot of time. And I love that. Anything where, like, for instance, this one says the steak bites, like 18 minutes. And the potatoes, not long at all. Like total time, prep and cook, about 30 minutes. So you figure you can do them together, which is really great. I would love to know why this does not let me see the comments on my phone, but that's okay. I got my iPad running, so we're going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you down on the food right now. You don't need to see me through all this. These are things that I want you to see. I didn't pre-cook the steak or pre-cut it or any of that because I want you to see what I'm doing for this, okay? And always remember, any recipe of mine ever that I've ever put up, that I've ever shared, if you try it and then you put a picture of it on social media and you tag me, then you're going to be entered for one of 4 cakes that I give away every single month. So how about that? Just saying. You could get one of my cakes for free. You could do it. So make sure you're sharing this and turning some people onto it, and I would appreciate it. So let's see if I can work this down where we need to go here. Okay, let's see. Let me see what we're doing first here. You guys, give me some love if this is good for you. Can you see it? I'm hoping you can. I don't want to make you dizzy, but I want to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. You see, I've got the steak here. Really for this, you just need like a sirloin steak, a ribeye, something like that. But it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be a ribeye. Actually, when it comes to a steak that doesn't have a lot of fat around it, I love the London broil. And I'm going to need about 2 pounds of this, and this of course is like just over the 2 pounds. So, you know, you see it's a nice piece of steak, and it also has some thickness. You don't want to get a really thin steak. For this, remember, it's like it's steak bites. So you want to make sure that you can cube these up, okay? So, but before I do this, I want to go ahead and get my potatoes. Let me move this for just a minute. Let's see here. So I'm going to put this bowl here. Now, what I use, so that you know, for these oven roasted creamer potatoes, I started with the I love to use the Honey Gold, the Yukons, and you want to make sure these are small potatoes that look like this, okay? That's what you're looking for. You don't want the really big potatoes. It doesn't work too well according to what they say. I left the peelings on them, okay? So do this. Any bad spots that were on it, whatever, little eyeballs growing, I cut those off. But I found these in a bag. They were triple washed, and no need to peel, fast, easy. They say you can steam these too. I didn't. And what I did is I parboiled these. So for a lot of people, they're like, well, what's parboiling? You just put them in water, and you want to boil them just until you can get a knife through to the center. You don't want to do it so much that, like, when you put something in it, it's going to fall apart. You want to know you can get it through, but it will hold it. And I just keep checking it. Once the water starts boiling, I'm constantly, every 3 or 4 minutes, checking it, and they all turned out fine. So what am I going to do? Let me get one glove out first. Hold on one second, because I know I'm going to be putting my hands in some of this. And I'm gross about that. I don't mind. I played in the muds with my kids, but daggone, I like to not get stuff all up underneath my nails and stuff. So these are parboiled, and they're not cold, they're warm. I have an oven set to 425 degrees, okay? You're going to see here, I have a pan that is already lined with parchment paper, okay? And I'm going to spray this with Pam when we're ready, okay? All right, and then we're going to put them on here. Let me go ahead now and just go ahead and spray this with a little bit of cooking spray, okay? Want to make sure. Now, I looked up, I was wondering, well, why can't you do it just on a regular? Why not aluminum foil? Not aluminum foil because it's such a high degree, 425, you're going to burn them on the bottom. We don't want to do that. We don't want to burn them. So grab yourself some parchment paper. I'm trying to follow this exactly how it says just to see how these turn out, okay? So let me get you back here again so you can see what I'm doing here with the potatoes. I'm watching myself too to make sure you can see it. Okay, this is the first thing we're going to do. I said we have the oven preheated to 425. We've got our cookie sheet ready, and that's set aside. So now I've got the potatoes in the bowl, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil, probably 2 or 3 tablespoons, okay, is what this going to, and we're going to make sure that these are just kind of saturated, okay? We're just going to rub them all around here, make sure that there is oil on all sides of all the potatoes. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some salt and pepper in this, okay? Now, you can use regular salt. Look at me, one hand and everything. I am skilled, I will tell you. I love me some Lowry seasoned salt, so I'm going to use this. And this says probably, like a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half, according to how many that you have. So we're going to put some Lowry's in there. And then I'm going to take a little bit of pepper. About a half a teaspoon or so, maybe more. I like me some black pepper. It's like one of my favorite seasonings. I hate stuff that just tastes horrible. It's so bland. I don't get people who cook bland. I like spice. I like, not hot, just I want it to have some taste. And I can tell you, black pepper will do it every time. So, okay, so this is what we're doing. We're getting all these all mixed around. Got the salt and pepper on it. All right, so now we're going to let these sit for just a couple of minutes. So I'm going to set these over here, okay, because I want to get the meat ready here. So let's move over to the steak for a minute. All right, so I'm going to take my piece of sirloin London broil out right here. We're going to put that on the chopping block. Make sure you have a sharp knife. You all will hear me say all the time to have really good home cooking and to make cooking enjoyable, you need a really sharp knife. I mean, a really good knife. Even if you can just get one good knife, you want to make sure you have a good knife. I have a few of them, but boy, do I love my knives. And I just found a great sharpener, so I am like in business. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to cut this steak into cubes. So the first thing I'm going to do, now look at that. You see how, I didn't have to saw or anything. I cut right through that bad boy. This is a good knife. So I'm going to go long ways first, okay? There we go. And this one looks like it's going to be a little big. So what I'm going to do is here in the middle. Well, maybe I'm not. Lee and I like our steak like, let me do it this way. Like our steak like medium rare, and kind of a medium person. But the thing is, if it comes out medium, it's all good in the end, right? All right, let's see here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cube this. See, I'm just taking these and I'm making cubes. Probably like almost an inch. See what we got going on right there? All right, so we're going to do this. Get these done. So hopefully some of you were on the call last night, the Friday night call. It was good to be back. I've been gone a couple of weeks, had a lot going on. You guys know that, Ann was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she had her surgery last week, and has done remarkable, may I say. Absolutely remarkable. She was on her feet in just a day or so. She never had to take the pain medicine. They removed the cancerous mass. And the tests, the markers came back great for the lymph nodes. There was no involvement. We have to go for post-op this week, and that the following week we have to go see the oncologist to see if there's going to be any need for any follow-up radiation. Please still keep her in your prayers. Would love it if there was no radiation for her. Hate to see her have to go through 5 or 6 weeks of that, but she will if she has to, of course. But yeah, now you see this bigger piece here. What I did is I kind of made it thinner here because it's such a big piece. All right, let's get through here, almost done. And again, for those of you just joining us, please make sure you like and share. Also, if you're asking any questions and Lee misses them or I haven't seen them, I will go back and look at the comments and answer what I know and tell you what I don't know. If you've never watched me before, I'm not fancy. I only cook what I like. I've loved cooking since I was probably 6 or 7 years old when my mama dragged me in the kitchen and I developed a love. People say, Molly, what is your language? Most people say English. I say cooking. Cooking is my love language. That is my saying right now that I have picked up, and I said that's true. When I love people, I cook for them. Okay, so what am I going to do with these steak cubes now? I'm going to take the steak cubes. I am going to take a bowl, and I'm going to put all these steak cubes in a bowl right now. Okay, so let's get this done. Here we go. Nice looking steak here. Man, I love me a London broil. I'll tell you, it really works well for recipes and stuff. Okay, so we've got those in there. And on these, I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, okay? And then I'm going to add, let's see, how much salt did they say? Okay, so we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of salt. So let me get my little measure out here. Okay, this says teaspoon of salt. Since this is a little bit more than 2 pounds, put a little bit more in. So we've got 1 teaspoon of salt. And now we have some onion powder. We are going to add 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Okay? So there we go. Let's put a little bit more in of everything because I'm a little bit over 2 pounds of meat here. Whoops. Well, that doesn't help if I'm going to drop everything, huh? Okay. Also, I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of black pepper. Again, me love some black pepper. Okay, so there we go. We got the black pepper. And we're also going to add, now here was the catch for me. Maybe this is what held me back. Then I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of brown sugar. I know, is that crazy? All right, brown sugar, come out of here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I got the brown sugar. All right, what does this say it wants me to do now? It wants me to coat that meat well with the seasonings. So I've got me a glove on again. So let's do this by hand so that we know everything is being coated with this. If you're just joining us, we put some onion powder, some salt, some olive oil, black pepper, and some brown sugar. Oh my goodness. And we're mixing this up now to make sure that this is just all coated. We do not want to miss a piece of this. So we want to make sure that stuff like the pepper is, you want to make sure it's distributed good. You don't want it just to sit on a couple of pieces of this. And yeah, you can use a spoon. I'm old-fashioned, guys. I like using my hands, and so you don't gross out, I use a glove. It's all good. Don't judge me. It's all good. Okay, so I'm going to be working with about a teaspoon or two of olive oil in the pan also. So I'm going to put this in. And for now, I'm going to put this on low. I'm going to heat this pan up a little bit, but because we're going to go back to working with the potatoes, I'm going to move the meat over here. Okay. So we're going to let this heat up and try to keep an eye on it at the same time here. Okay. So we're going to go back to the potatoes. And what we're going to do, let me move you back here to the potatoes. Hello, potato. All right. Let me make sure this is moved. There we go. Hopefully you can see all of that. I'm hoping that you can. Let me see if I can check on. Hi, Britta. I see you there. Lori, that's what I was thinking. Lori says brown sugar is going to make kind of a glaze. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Okay, so we have our spices on the potato already that we're going to use for now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these, we're going to put these on the pan, okay? We're going to put these on the pan, and we're going to take them and we're going to kind of even them out here, okay? You're going to see why in just a minute. Just wait. I was so fascinated by this. And y'all are going to see me either goof up or make this work. Let's see. I love it when I make stuff for the first time. I hate it when I'm doing it in front of people because Lord knows we're going to get some judgment going on here. Okay, so as you can see, I have these spaced out, okay? So here comes the fun part. Again, my oven is heated to 425, so I've got a really hot oven going on, okay? All right. So now I'm going to take a small drinking glass, which would be my husband's crown glass, okay? His whiskey glass. It's not his really good ones, but I do have them, so he's going to let me use it, right? So now what I'm going to do, watch. I'm going to, oh wow, is this going to work? Oh, Lord have mercy. Maybe not with this glass. Watch this not work. Let's look here. This is not working like they said. How do you like that? Gosh, guys. Okay, hold on. What did you say? Is that what it is? Do I need a smaller one? I probably should have checked one of these first. A smaller one? But it has an indentation in it, Lee. Okay, guys. Maybe I didn't boil them enough. Are you kidding me? See? This is why you try stuff ahead of time. Let's see here. Is this going to work? Golly days, this is not going to work. Why isn't it? Yet it goes all the way through. I don't understand. How do they make this work so well? Well, you know I'm going to keep going until I can figure it out, right? Hold on. I keep thinking maybe two. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I need to have it on a more even keel here, too, to press down. Be right back to you. Let me see if this works. Okay, I figured it out. Hold on. We're going to move these for a minute. Forget the glass. I don't care what they say. Forget the glass. So let me bring you back over. Here we go. So instead, I've got this bad boy. And you see I just did it there with that one. I guess maybe it just wasn't grabbing it enough. See how I'm squishing these down? And all I'm doing is putting some weight on them. Squishing these down. Start over here. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I could have cooked them just a little bit more. I'm not quite sure. Okay, there we go. I guess maybe I'm scared I'm going to spit them all over the place. But these are not as easy as I thought. Jesus, take the wheel. And the oil does not help. Okay, so contrary to what they say, oh, I wonder if I have one of those. Great idea. I know I got to have a rolling pin. Gosh, Molly. I'm going to get a hammer. That's what I'm going to do. All right, let's try this. Hold on. Nope, guys, that's not going to work. Of course, it's not a really big one. I have one of the miniature ones. Still think this is the better thing. Hold on. We're going to get through this. Hold on. We're going to get through this. Okay, well, that works. You think I'm trying to mush them too much, maybe? I don't think so. All right. Okay. What I would say is when you parboil these, do them a little bit more than just sticking the knife through. Or microwave them. Microwave them for like 5 minutes and see if that works. Weird how the smaller ones. Huh? I don't want them to go all over the place. Meat tenderizer, I'll be banging the crap out of them. Okay, well, see, some of them are going just fine. It's so weird. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey, see what I told you? Look what just happened. It's that oil. Oil them up, it says. It'll work, it says. Okay. Let's do this. No, I think they really should have been cooked a little bit more. I'm not going to lie. I do. I think they should have been boiled a little bit more. Because these do not want to. Let me try something. Boom, boom, boom. Sometimes this can work like with a... Okay, now that worked. What I did, so that you know, I went in and I poked holes with my fork to let some of the air get in. Now, okay, now see, now that seems to be going fine. So let me do the rest like that. They didn't put this in the direction. Just saying. All right. See, guys, when you cook something new, you're not the only one who has the struggles. Look at that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, doom, 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 doom. Oh, I'm going to hit it all right. And when I do, it's going to go all over my kitchen. I'm going to slam them against the wall and then put them back on the daggone pan. We're going to get through this. It's all good. I bet it's going to taste good, but it shouldn't be this much work. I'm not going to lie. All right. Hold on here. Let us see. We got these that are done and smashed. Okay, we got these. Let me get over here to these. Yep. Okay, we got that one. It's done. Okay, that one's done. And I do think the glass would have worked if they had been a little bit more done. Okay? I mean, this is working, but I think it would have worked better if they had been a little bit more done. So definitely, I don't think they need to be parboiled. I think they need to be a little bit more than parboiled. That's what I think. But they're working. We'll figure it out. Okay. There we go. We got that one. Hopefully the steak's going to be a whole lot easier than this part. Lord have mercy. There we go. All right, we got a couple of more here. Let's put these over here. Maybe a warm glass, maybe. That could be something too, Cynthia. I still think the potatoes could have been a little bit more done. I know what they're trying to do. They're like, well, they're going in the oven. But still, parboiled, I don't think in this case, I don't think it's enough. It's just me, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah, definitely not. I don't think I poked this one. Yeah. This is a bigger one too, which doesn't help. Okay, so let's get these last couple in. Okay, that one. It's a good one. We're going to put that right there. Okay. We got that one. Let's get these a little bit more separated. Here we go. All right. We got one more, guys, and then we're going to get on it. See if we can get this one to crush. Yep, we did. That one was okay. Oh, take it back. There's one more. Let me move these over. Okay, got that side and got that side. Okay, all right. Looks like everything. All right, there we go. We got them. Let's do a little bit more with that one. There we go. Okay, all right, hold on here. Let me get my hands cleaned up. That probably would have worked. My issue is they said it should have just, yeah. You know, normally for stuff like this, I normally microwave, but I was really trying hard to follow their recipe, but that's okay. We are good. Okay, so we have these on the sheet right here, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to put these in the oven for 6 minutes. And then we're going to take them out and we're going to flip them. And I'm going to bake them for another 6 minutes. And then I'll show you what else we're going to do with them. Okay, Alexa, set timer for 6 minutes. All right. All right, guys. Lord have mercy. And all God's people said, amen. We may not fix this again. Good Lord. We may, though, when we taste it. You never know. We may when we taste it. All right. So let's get back to the steak. Garlic, butter, and steak. Thank you. I had a sharp knife. And, yeah, the steak got all cooked all good. Okay. So here we are. We got the steak. Okay. The pan is just about heated up here. We've had that on low, making sure that we put it into a hot pan. All right. And now what we're going to do is we are going to add the steak in the pan, and what we're going to do is we're going to fry it on all sides, okay? All sides. That's going to work. Here we go. Oh, wow, this smells good with all this stuff in it. Man, look at this. Dun, 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 dun. I've got this on about a 5 or a 6 as far as how high is my stove. Something about that brown sugar in here. Wow. I can smell it. We will see. Lee is always real honest with me, which is good, because if he tells me he likes something, then I always want to fix it again. So he has learned Don't tell me you like something if you really don't, because I'd be fixing it again. And then you know what's going to happen. Then he's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe she fixed it. I didn't want to hurt her feelings. There is no such thing as hurting my feelings. We don't want to fix it if we don't like it. Quick story, I remember when my ex-husband, I remember that I was fixing this first time Salisbury steak. And I did not understand why some of the ingredients that were in there, I thought, how is this going to be any good? But he was at work, and boy, I was ready, and I'm like, I'm fixing it all up, and I'm cooking that, and I get done, and I put it on the plate, and the plate looks so pretty, and I bite into it, and I go, ugh, oh my, and to myself now, not out loud, I'm going, oh my gosh, what is this that I fixed? And it was so nasty. It was real, but I'm looking at him, and he's looking down at his plate, and he's just eating it, just one bite at a time. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I said to him, can I ask you, Earl, how are you eating that? I can't. And he said, he spits it out in the napkin. He goes, oh my gosh, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. This is the worst Salisbury steak, hamburger, whatever it is I've ever eaten. I'm thinking, don't ever tell me you like something because I'll end up fixing it again. It was horrible. Took the whole dish, threw it away. We all have those moments, so that you know. So if you're somebody who's like, no, every time I fix something, it's just gross. No, sometimes it's just not to your liking. Sometimes it's not something your family's going to like. So that is okay, but I'll never forget that story. He spit that stuff out. All right, let's get back here a little bit onto the steak. So you guys can, hopefully you can see it there. My mic? Well, Lee, that would be your problem, babe. My husband. Okay, I'm going to move this light up too. Hopefully you can see that really well. I'm trying to make sure. Now what we're going to do, remember, we're going to brown this. We're going to brown this on all sides. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need this anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and move this. All right, so hopefully you guys are getting a good look at this. Okay, so I'm going to start turning here. The middle of the pan will always cook faster than the sides of the pans because of the burners. Okay. And again, now remember, I have this at about a 6. You don't want to burn this. You don't want to burn this. Oh, I know something else I need to get out. Yep. That I put in here. Okay. Bring that out. Okay, so we're going to kind of, and these are big enough to where with the oil and everything, you shouldn't have to like put them up on the side and brown them too. You should be able to just turn them over, gets rid of all that red. What you're looking for is just the outside red to go away. You want to brown them. Browning is a whole lot different than cooking them. Cooking them to death. Lee's mom is a cook-to-death person when it comes to steak. Like you cook all the taste out of it. It's got to be severely well done, no matter what. Alexa, stop. Okay, so we've had our first 6 minutes there. Because they look like they were a little bit less than just parboiled, we're going to leave those in there for 1 minute. Get this flipped around so this can keep doing its thing. Some people would say, can't you just stir it? Well, I don't know. When you're just talking about browning, sometimes pieces that are already browned, what happens is they get more done than they should. So I prefer just turning when we're talking about browning. Whether that's a piece of meat, a whole bunch. Now a little bit different if you're like cooking hamburger for a dish or something like that, right? All right, we're going to get all this done. Man, I really hope this is good because, when something's not good and you try it, especially when it's steak, you're like, No, because you don't want to waste it. But yet at the same time, you surely do not want to eat something that tastes nasty either. I don't think this is going to taste nasty, but you know, we'll see. Get this piece over here. Okay, so we've got all our pieces turned over now. We're going to keep letting that cook. Let me make sure all that's down into the pan. Oops, there's one I forgot. Okay, let's let that do its thing. So now I'm going to grab the potatoes out of the pan. Hold on. Let me move a couple of things here because I want you guys to be able to see all this. All right. So let's take these out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these potatoes over. Okay? So let's see how well I can do this without burning myself to death. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to turn these over to the other side. Oops. Come on, that one didn't flatten too well, but that's okay. Look, if you love potatoes, can I tell you the truth? Is there really any way that you can do potatoes that you're like, you don't like them? I like them scalloped. I like them mashed. I like them julienne style potatoes, hash brown potatoes, fried potatoes. Oh my goodness, just potatoes, like boiled potatoes. My oldest Earl, oh my goodness, he loves just boiled potatoes with salt and pepper. He has been that way since he was a youngin'. And he would say, Mom, can you leave me some potatoes out before you make the mashed potatoes? I just want them. And you know I would. I was that mom. I just wanted him to eat. So, you know, surely we want to do that and let him have his way, right? Well, a couple of these did not mush so well. But learning experience, guys, right? Learning experience. Okay, let me get this one here. Okay, all right, so now we're going to take these and we are going to put these in for another 6 or 7 minutes, okay? And then we're going to do a couple of more things with them. So let's put these in. Alexa, set timer for 7 minutes.
7 minutes, starting now.
All right, so how are we cooking here? We got... All right, so here okay, a couple of these need just a little bit longer. Want to make sure, again, we're just getting it browned. This is all we're working on right now. Okay, this is looking really, really good. Okay, so this is what we're going to do now with this. Now what I'm going to do is we are going to add, let me get my little spoon thingy here. Now what I'm going to add is I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of garlic, okay? And this is, of course, just minced garlic. Okay, and I'm going to add, what else do they want me to add? Okay, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of beef broth. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of parsley. And I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of real butter that I have cubed up into small pieces. Okay? So you were like, it's called buttered. Where's Molly? Where's the butter at, Molly? What's going on? I know, just hold on. It's coming. It's coming. So we're going to do this. All right, we're going to give this, hold on. I'm going to turn this down to about a 3. And I am going to take a spatula rather than a spoon. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip, just so everything, the beef broth, everything can get into this. That parsley getting all over everything and getting the juices. I'm assuming with this, I'm not going to lie, besides the butter, I probably would have taken this stuff and probably would have whisked it together. It's just, I like to do that. Like fix something how they say, but then think about, okay, what would I have done that would have made this a little easier? What would have happened here with this? Okay, so now we're going to let this sit. We reduce the heat, and we're going to let this sit for 3 or 4 minutes, okay? And just kind of let that simmer in there, let that butter melt real good, that parsley lay. I wished I had had some fresh parsley. I bet this would have been so great if it had been a fresh parsley. Okay, so we're going to let that do its thing there, okay? And we should have, now when I take these potatoes out of the oven, what I'm going to do is, let me see, is this softened? I'm going to have to turn this on for just a second. I'm going to take a little bit of melted butter. I'm going to take a little bit of parsley. And I'm going to take some bacon bits. And I'm going to put that on top of the potatoes. So I've already melted about 3 tablespoons of butter. Okay, hopefully you can see that. My microwave going off, telling me it's ready. It's ready. Come on, it's ready. Okay. These are going to come out probably about medium by the time they're done. Let's see what the potatoes are looking like in there. Okay, they're looking good. So let me see here. Let me take a look and see if there has been... Yeah, Renee, it is an electric stove, if you're asking me that. Yep, it is. Hey, Tracy, I see you there. Gloria says, been there, done that. That could be for about everything today in this cooking show. Oh, my goodness. Bump, bump. Alexa just... Yeah, Dana, that's what happens. I say it on these shows, and everybody sets. All of their Alexa. I guess she can't spell. That's okay. I hope not, because if I say it again, she's going to do it again. We all know what's going to happen. Okay, this is really... trying to see. There's really no way to get this closer, but I'm going to bring this up for 1 minute so you guys can kind of see with that sauce thickening up just a little bit there. Get that back down there. Let that continue simmering. Only going to need to do that. Alexa, how much time?
You have 2 minutes left on your 7-minute timer.
Okay. So this, we've let do this now for almost 4 minutes. And honestly, I would say no more, unless you want it well done, I would say no more than 4 minutes, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off the heat. Yeah, it's still on the stove top, but I don't want it to be, I'm not somebody who really likes her meat well done. So I want there to be just at least a little bit of pink in this. But I got to tell you, it does look really good. And it smells good with the garlic and everything in it. Oh, my goodness. It smells really, really good. All right. Let's see. Potatoes are almost ready. I'm thinking next week, guys, we may do a dessert. I found my dessert for the chocolate chip cookie delight, which is great. It has like the chocolate chip cookie dough and then cream cheese and chocolate pudding, vanilla pudding, chocolate chips. It's really, really good, especially if you're looking to take something to an event. The only holdback is it needs to be refrigerated for about 4 to 6 hours in order for it to set really good for being able to cut into so it doesn't fall apart. But I'm thinking about that. So we may do that next week. Give you guys another dessert. It's a great summertime dessert. Really, it's a great anytime dessert. Who can go wrong with chocolate chips, chocolate chip cookies, chocolate pudding, cream cheese? Cream cheese make everything better, just saying. So I'm thinking we may do that and just make it that one thing because I've got to cook the crust and everything. But it's simple. What you'll love about this dessert is it's simple. You can throw it together the night before. You can even get up in the morning, put all this together and do it early. If you got to be somewhere at 3 or 4, it has sat plenty long enough for you to cut into it and be able to serve it. Okay, Alexa, stop. All right, so let me just move this over here so I can bring these potatoes back up. Woo, hot oven, 425. Lord have mercy. Okay, now, what we're going to do with this, hopefully you can see this really well. I'm looking to see it on my, okay, you can. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this melted butter and I'm just going to drizzle all of it over the potato. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Yum, yum. Oh, wow, they're sizzling. Yes, buddy. Yes, buddy, sizzle away. Okay, I forgive it. If I can just get those potatoes more done, I'm going to tell you, these smell amazing. So, now I'm going to take some parsley, and I'm going to put some parsley on top of these bad boys here. And you see, that's why we do the butter first, so that the parsley will stick on these. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm cheating today. I'm taking some of the Hormel real bacon bits. We only do real. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to put these all over it. Because ain't nothing good unless you loading the potato. Okay, we need a loaded potato. If you're on a diet, just cheat today. Cheat today. Salivate into the camera. Whatever it is. Do your thing. We're going to take this. We're going to put this bacon all over here. Okay. Look at this. Put these all over. There we go. Look at that. Ah, yes. Let's just make this perfect. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this back in the oven 2 minutes. You don't need a lot more time. 2 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Starting now.
I know a lot of people don't like her, but I got to tell you something. She has saved me from burning a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. I know I always give Lee the first taste, but I got to tell you, I just got to. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's good. Just saying. That's good. All right. Wow. Lee is going to like this. So, and I'll tell you what's funny too. That was a smaller piece, but people are going to be able to take these and they're going to be able to cut them into even smaller pieces unless you're really hungry and you're gorging, and then you can be like me and just take that piece and just chew it and say, tough, you ain't getting none, you know. I understand that completely. Getting ready to load this up in just a minute and let our taste tester come over and try some of it. Good stuff here. Good stuff. And if your kids like steak, you know what's great about this? There's not a lot of vegetables, guys. It's not a lot of vegetables, you know? I mean, it's okay. On a Saturday, don't make them eat vegetables. I mean, potatoes are vegetable, but not really, because most kids like potatoes, and you know, they don't really count that as a vegetable. They don't want the green stuff. You know how that rolls. They don't want the green stuff. All right, let me see. Lee, I think, is going to be coming around any minute now. And this is going to go off in just a second. Are you hungry, Mr. Bibb?
Yes.
Yes, he says.
Sorry, I've been sneezing.
Oh, you've been sneezing. Lee's allergies are acting up. Oh, my gosh. Okay, let me turn this around here just a little bit, our light, so it's not like crazy. All right, Alexa, stop. Let's bring these potatoes back out. Take a look at these bad boys. Alexa, stop. Alexa wasn't listening. She was all called. Oh my gosh, now you can smell the bacon. So hold on. So let me, I don't even know if I can bring it closer, but I think you can see it. Hold on, guys. I got to do this. I got to pick this up. Look at these. Do you see these? I'm telling you right now, it was worth the trouble. It is sizzling. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now,
I'm not trying to take it right now.
huh? Baby, it's okay. You can handle it. Hold on, we're going to get a little tater here for Lee. He's going to get so mad at me. I'm not eating the potatoes. They're going to burn my mouth. All right, baby, I'm just going to put a little bit on here first, and I'm also going to cut Lee just a couple of pieces of this so you're not like, yeah. Okay, So you guys see here, I'm just showing you, here's a little bit of the steak and the potatoes. Let me bring this up. Oh, goodness. Let's bring this up. Okay, Mr. Bibb, come over here beside me. Here is the matching moment, people. Okay, first the steak, Mr. Bibb. Okay, here's the steak. Come over here so they can see you. Okay, and you want to try the tater? I'm blowing on it for you. I'm blowing on it for him.
Good steak.
Oh, wow. Okay, here. This is good. What you think? Potatoes are good? Okay, I'm going to try the potatoes too. Daggone parboiled potatoes. Daggone it. Okay. They're good. They are good. Absolutely good. Okay, so try it. I will be putting the recipes up tonight with the picture of everything, okay? Try it. Tag me when you do. Take a picture of it, okay? And I will see you guys later. I'm going to go eat. Bye. Have a great weekend.